come tap in. Brothers come tap in. Brothers come tap in, come tap in, come tap in. Bringing that stuff straight to the public, no capping, no bluffing. Now run it up, buddy. Brothers come tap in, come tap in, come tap in, come tap in. Brothers come tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in.
Tap in, tap in.
Tap in, tap in. All right, so Trump, I'm sure everybody has been seeing that Trump and Elon Musk has been in the media for some disputes with the South African government. Trump and Elon Musk are basically been threatening to take away funding for AIDS and HIV in South Africa because of what's been going on. So if y'all want to play this first video.
For HIV, huh?
Yeah, he's been threatening to take away funding for AIDS because South Africa is pretty much refusing to take their give their I guess they're taking away homes from or property from white landowners there.
I don't know what Donald Trump has to do with South African land because he's never been here. And he must keep his America. We will keep our South Africa. That is what he must do. South Africa is our land. South Africa belongs to all the people who live here in South Africa. It does not belong to Donald Trump. He can keep his America. And Ene is even worse. He's even worse. When I meet him, I will tell him. I will say, you, Donald Trump, you are even worse because your forebears came to America. They found the indigenous Americans. They wiped them out. They killed nearly all of them. Rene, we are living as a nation, and black and white. We are going to find solutions for our land question. So Donald Trump must leave us alone. He must leave us alone, Maori. When we were facing apartheid, when we were facing oppression, he was not here. He did not fight side by side with us. And we were able, on our own, yes, with support of progressive forces in the world, to resolve the apartheid question. As far as I recall, Donald Trump was not around the negotiating table when we negotiated the end of apartheid. So stick around there in the White House. We will do our business here, and we will find solutions for our problems. So stay out of our issues, and we will not get involved in your issues in America. You have your own problems. Leave us alone.
Your child needs.
So basically what he's going on about is Donald Trump is pretty much, well, Elon Musk has pretty much got Donald Trump in some of South Africa's some of their problems there in South Africa. I think it's called the Expropriation Act, where they are basically stripping the land from some white landowners, and Elon Musk is saying that it's a racial. They're trying to basically racially divide South Africa, and Donald Trump has been threatening them to that he's going to take away their AIDS medications and everything.
Who is stripping land though? Because you're not being clear.
The South African government. The South African government. Elon Musk is saying that. I guess they have a black empowerment group that's pretty much taking over the government there in South Africa, and Elon Musk is saying it's a tactic to pretty much racially divide, and so they have a lot of white landowners who are losing their land, and Trump is basically trying to get them to come to America. He's trying to save them, and everybody's arguing, well, why is Trump sticking his nose in them folks' business? You know what I'm saying? They ain't got nothing to do with us. and then everybody's like, well, of course, you know, it's Elon Musk pushing the agenda, and they, you know, they got conspiracies about why, but they're saying that the South African government, they're trying to tax Elon Musk like 30% or something for what's the name of his Wi-Fi? What's the name of his Starlink? They're saying that Elon Musk is stirring all this up because he's pretty much upset with them because they're trying to tax him 30% to for him to have Starlink around in South Africa, and that's where all this is stirring.
See what I'm saying? That's why you got to do you know what I'm saying?
Research.
Not speaking on your behalf. I'm just saying in general, anybody. Yeah, you got to do your research because you just said they talking about Starlink, but that whole man's speech was talking about land.
Mm-hmm.
So
well, they're saying what they're trying to say is that this guy has. So they're saying that people have been losing their land. You know what I'm saying? Elon Musk is bringing this to the forefront now because he's upset with them. So he's getting Trump involved to pretty much make a big issue about it. They said this stuff has been going on. Like this act, I think, has been going on since 1975 or something.
Right.
Why are they losing the land? What came about for them to start trying to take the land from them?
Mm-hmm.
So the act is it says the Expropriation Act of 2024 is permitting the state to seize land deemed unused or in the public interest, aiming to rectify historical land ownership disparities rooted in apartheid and colonialism.
Colonial.
Yeah.
Is that?
You need to scratch that. But yeah, colonialism. Musk, alongside U.S. President Donald Trump, has portrayed this law as discriminatory against the white landowners. In response, President Trump signed an executive order halting aid to South Africa and offering refugee status to white South Africans. Actions that have been met with criticism labeled as
about unused land.
Unused land, yeah. So there's different reasons why people's land is getting stripped from them, and it's not just whites, but majority of it is whites. And Elon Musk is saying it's a racial agenda that they're trying to basically push for blacks to pretty much be superior.
And let me throw this out there too before, you know what I'm saying, being that I'm a black man myself, but before black people go to jump out there and saying some things that before they do their homework, you got to pay attention and also understand how they use the word public interest. You know what I'm saying? When you were talking about that for public interest. So, you know what I'm saying? When there is a certain agenda behind certain things, you can throw that word out there. Oh, this is for public interest. But what public interest are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So they can use that word to get that land. You know what I'm saying? Not saying it's a racial thing. I don't know. This is my first time even hearing about it. It could be Elon could be on something, or he could not be. I'm not taking either side, but I will say this. I do know about that right there, particular strategy using that word for the public interest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That a lot of time that be some bull.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful with that one. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to get a little bit more research out of it before you jump all head in first with that situation. So as soon as I heard for public interest and like Phil caught on too, unused land. Or why all of a sudden is unused land a public interest? Why it ain't been a public interest? It's unused for a reason. Why all of a sudden you focused on it now? Who had the land? You know what I'm saying? Somebody had it. They just wasn't using it. Who had the land? It might have been a white owner that had the land. They just wasn't using it. So they trying to say, oh, this is for public interest. We taking it. I could be wrong. That's just a theory now. That's just a theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions left there.
Yeah. And there's a lot of conspiracies about everything about how this even came about. Like I said, this act has been started in 1975 and it's pretty much helped blacks in South Africa to overcome what they're saying has helped them overcome their own racial prejudice against them and help them rise above, being at the bottom. And now they pretty much rose to the top of South Africa is what they're saying. And they're trying to hold that power. Elon Musk is like trying to trying to stop what they got going on. And they said they refusing to even listen to what Trump got to say. He not gonna bully them is what their president said.
Yeah.
So Trump.
I
He
can
told him.
feel
Yeah,
that.
he threatened him though. He told him, y'all not gonna like it. What I got to do? What y'all not gonna like this wrath? But he's already pretty much talking about cutting because we pretty much fund them for AIDS and HIV, and if they can't get medicines, they in trouble.
I don't think they're gonna be worried about it.
Yeah, it's still questionable.
There'll be other resources for them.
Yeah, like the president over there said, he was like, shoot, Trump, he was basically saying they don't need us.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
trying to tell Trump, like, the people I grew up around in church, sweep around your own front door before you try to sweep around mine.
Yeah, I agree with Buddy on that part. And when he was saying, let us take care of South Africa, and you handle what's going on in America. I agree with him on that one. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I'll be saying about the United States. We're like, man, mind y'all business, man. Why y'all worried about what's going on in all these other countries? You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you need to, but right now, like you said, man, we need to clean up our own backyard first, man. We got too much going on to be worrying about what's going on in South Africa. Africa.
Yeah, you gotta think about it though.
Go ahead.
Well, Elon Musk he gotta want to protect his people. He gotta protect his people too. You know what I'm saying? So he partnering up with Trump. Trump gonna ride for him. Them boys homies now. Trump gonna ride for him. Elon Musk trying to protect his own people too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's what I was about to say. For Trump to be threatening to pull them funds like that, there's a motive, there's a reason for that. I mean, if it wasn't, he'd be like when the president say, "Hey, let us do our thing, y'all going about your business," he'd be like, "Okay, we out." But yeah, see, it's something else there. There's some more questions that need to be answered.
US President Donald Trump says that South Africa's leadership is doing some terrible things after threatening to cut off all future funding to South Africa over its land expropriation policies. Now, in a post on his media platform, Truth Social, Trump said that South Africa was confiscating land and treating certain classes of people very badly. Now, he also called it a massive human rights violation and warned that the United States would not stand for it.
Terrible things are happening in South Africa. The leadership is doing some terrible things, horrible things. So that's under investigation right now. We'll make a determination. And until such time as we find out what South Africa is doing, they're taking away land, they're confiscating land, and actually they're doing things that are perhaps far worse than that.
He's not being specific either, though. He don't really have.
Hold on.
He's saying that,
before you pay for
he said they're doing things. You know what I'm saying? He's not telling what those things are. He's doing other things worse than that, but he's not telling us what things. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but Steve, so that's part. I'm glad you brought that up, so I can go ahead and catch you on top of that. What was the first thing he said?
Investigation.
Thank you, because that's what most liberals do right there. They
trigger word.
Exactly. Oh, he just said this. He just said the first thing he started off with. We got to do some more research, and then he followed up with they're doing this. They're doing things.
Investigation.
You know what I'm saying? He's being vague because he just said he don't know himself. He just led off with we got to investigate first. We got to do some more research. You know what I'm saying? But that's what liberals do. They go. That's the only thing they heard. But they heard the rest. They ain't heard the first thing he let off with. You got to be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad you brought that out, Kill, for that specific reason. You know what I'm saying? The first thing he said was we got to do some research first. And also I was going to say the same thing. They're confiscating land, aka they're taking land. So why are you taking it? Back to what I was saying with the public interest. Oh, because it's unused. Why? Because why you want to use it? Well, if I got, you know what I'm saying, I got a couple acres in North Carolina right now. You're going to try and take I'm not using it because I live in Florida. So what, you going to take my land because I'm not using it? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm not on your time frame. I might use it 20 years from now. Yeah. You don't decide when that land gets used just because you got a public interest.
Hey, and I agree. I get that. But my main thing is that something that we need to be getting involved with. That's in their country. That's not even nothing like. That's nothing like that's a threat to the world. Like that's just You know what I'm saying? We got our own issues that, you know what I'm saying, bigger than that. So is that even something we should be even getting involved with? You know what I'm saying? Because that taking away funding from them is definitely gonna start up something, a whole nother problem, a whole nother issue.
Yeah,
I mean, they don't want to go to war. They don't want to go to war with us, but I'm just saying.
But this ain't a situation that's even going to call for war. So you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is something dealing with land, a couple snatch and grabs. You know what I'm saying.
Well,
This is, but I'm pretty sure. But this might lead to other things. Same thing with the artists that Doge is doing. You know what I'm saying. This dude only checked out 1 or 2 programs, and it's kind of look out like, man, shoot, we need to go ahead and go through across the board.
But if you got to think about if we taking away, you know what I'm saying, funding from them for like AIDS and HIV medications, they gonna start dropping because they got that on top of things like malaria and all these other illnesses that's going on out there. And when they start, you know, people start dying off, they gonna want to go to war.
That
They gonna want to die about that because they dying anyway.
That's gonna make us look bad too.
Well, let's take this out here. I agree with you, but it's also a double-edged sword because what did he say? We're about America, let them handle what's going on in South Africa.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
He said that.
So once he said that, Trump shouldn't even be, in my opinion, shouldn't even be threatening to take anything. Just be like, well, you said it, we out.
Trump don't need to let South Africa come out of his mouth.
Yeah. It definitely looks like somebody from over there reached out, or somebody from over here has a deep concern, and it is kind of pointing to Elon.
Elon is from there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's why. Yeah. That means that's automatic. He's from there.
Yeah. And what you expect? That's his homeland. What you expect the man to do? Care about what's going on over there, even though he's not there anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hey, that video had a little bit more that you could have played.
Go ahead, run it.
All right.
The law recently signed on land expropriation struck a careful balance between using land for public good and protecting private property rights. That's what he said. And so now remember, Trump also raised this issue the first time he was there by saying that they were seizing the land from white South Africans and it was rife. Well, it was a lie being pushed by right-wing groups in South Africa. So that's what you're dealing with. All this is
this guy seems a little biased too. Now.
All these.
This guy does seem a little biased to me, but
yeah, in my opinion, Roland is. I like Roland to an extent, but he is.
Look at his face. That's a liberal face. No, I'm joking.
Things are tied. Elon Musk hating on U.S. aid is because of the role that they played in.
Yeah, to me, he's just he's biased. So I don't,
and that just drives him crazy. This story here lays it out. Give me a second, I'll pull it up. It says, U.S. aid fought apartheid. Musk is trying to kill it. That is really important because you have to understand history, y'all. You have to understand history and what is going on. So in order to realize this, he can't stand the fact of what happened to white rule in South Africa. And now he's trying to...
That's what they're doing.
Melvin Foote is the president of the Constituency for Africa. He has been involved in African relations for more than 4 decades. Glad to have you back on the show, Melvin. There is no doubt, Melvin, that these attacks on U.S. aid by Elon Musk is because of retribution for the role they played during apartheid in South Africa. And for Trump trying to stick his nose in the business of South Africa is utterly ridiculous when it is a black-dominated country, but the reality is far more than a super majority of the land owned in that country is still owned by racist white folks.
Well, nothing to argue with you there. Your facts are correct. Absolutely, this is tied to Elon Musk, and Trump really doesn't know what's going on in Africa. Period. He goes bombs Somalia this week. Who told him to do that?
Y'all heard something about that?
Man.
Yeah.
Him bombing Somalia?
Yeah. Yeah, I did see something about him. Yeah, taking down some caves, and he was saying that had it not been for Biden, we could have had this done a long time ago. But matter of fact, he posted it on X. He had a passage on X that he wrote about that. But yeah, this is what I was basically trying to explain. That what they're trying to say is that Elon Musk and the whites in South Africa are pretty much upset that the blacks have taken over. Like they for the past couple years they've been rising to the tops, and the whites have been slowly becoming
when is we gonna
inferior.
learn? When we gonna learn the race card just doesn't work anymore, man? Well,
in what country though? In what country? Because their president was saying that they were enslaved too, and now he's saying that everybody took upon themselves. Yeah, and he's saying, but they fought to rise to the top. You know what I'm saying? And he's saying ain't no other, which is not true, but because there are other countries who were enslaved that. But look at us. You know what I'm saying? Blacks ain't leading no government. Here in America,
and you know why?
And that's what their president is trying to tell you. Like we rose to the top in our country. Y'all worry about what's going on in America.
Man, and then old buddy Roland there, he was talking about you got to understand history. Then he said, I forgot what he said, but he don't understand. Obviously, he does a lot of history too.
4 decades, yeah.
That's why I'm tired of this race card, man. Because every race has been enslaved, and black people started slavery. So we need to go ahead and stop with the race card, man. It's like every time I hear something about black versus white, or one group was getting above another group, man. At the end of the day, there's only one race. That's the human race. And all this race hustling that's be going on, man. It's just getting ridiculous, man.
But Elon Musk is the one who
what they want to do over there, Trump. Get up out of there. Like get up out of there.
Elon Musk is the one who pulled the race card first, though. Elon Musk pulled the race card first. He's the one that said this is.
How do you know that? So you was there when the first complaint went. You don't even know what was the first complaint.
There's a video on YouTube with Elon Musk saying that.
But what was once again? Okay, there's a video of that complaint. But was there a complaint before that? You don't know, do you? That's why I asked you. What was the first complaint? So nobody knows who started. They might have started in South Africa. We don't know, bro.
But what I'm saying is, you saying that black people are always pulling the race card when Elon Musk and Trump are clearly pulling the race card as well.
How is he pulling the race card?
Because they're saying that this is a race. They're saying that this is a racial.
Discrimination
in South Africa.
He said they was taking land. He spoke on land. I didn't see
this ain't the only video though, is what I'm saying.
Okay, well that's what I'm about to say. Everything that we've seen so far, only thing I've seen that man was talking about land, not race came up. Only people I saw talk about race is the ones that look like us.
Touche.
And let's yeah, and I think he was right in the midst of that conversation. Let's play this a little longer.
And just killing some black folks, no problem. And certainly the South Africa situation is something he doesn't know anything about, but yet he's going to make these hard decisions about the economy of the South Africans and the United States. Very shocking and very disappointing, to say the least. By the way, I was at the rally today at USAID.
Explain to people exactly what USAID does.
Burn a lot.
Well, USAID is the foreign policy side of the U.S. government. Their job is basically to dispense aid and to help address a myriad of health problems, agriculture projects, water projects around the world. So they're the soft side of the U.S. government. You got the military on the one side, you got diplomacy on another side, and then you got the USAID in the middle, that's providing food, providing hard to get HIV/AIDS drugs to people who need them. They're helping build water wells and that kind of thing. Now, I'm not perfectly 100% supportive of USAID myself. We're actually lobbying them to get more black businesses involved and to make sure the diaspora here is involved in implementing USAID programs. So part of my job is to lobby even USAID, but to try to tell.
I just want to say one quick thing, right? Now I'm starting to wonder. Now y'all, I don't know if y'all been paying attention. What he just out there and said. Now I kind of get why America always sticking their nose in other people's business, because we funding everybody.
He just said our business when we. Yeah, I get what you're saying. When I'm money involved, it is our business.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, I forgot we funding everybody. So technically, yeah, we got a right to say, well, hey man, what are y'all doing over there? We funding a lot of stuff over there. What y'all doing? But that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of other stuff we ignore too. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, imagine a single man, and he got a couple short, and he paying a couple short of them bills. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he go check in every night. Hey, what's going on over there? You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll make sure them lights and lights stay on, and that refrigerator stay full. Yeah. Whoever they eating the groceries.
One of shorties won't get too loud and be like, "You need to mind your business." Later.
Say less.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, no
cutting
more
all
like
that. Cutting all that. Cutting that water off.
So, hey, you see what I'm saying? So you kind of like, you know what I'm saying, switch up the outlook at it all. It's kind of like, yeah, we do need to mind our business. But wait a minute.
Hey,
we be sending y'all billions of dollars though. So wait a minute.
Yeah.
It ain't like we sending a couple of thousand. We sending billions. Man, hold up. Didn't he just sit there and say something about how USAID funded some wells? So they were digging some wells or something. They funded that. I might have misquoted that.
That's what he was talking about funny. But you know what they say? It's three sides to the story. You know what I'm saying? It's his side, her side, and the truth. You know what I'm saying? So it's always on both sides. There's going to be a little bit of propaganda and all that going on.
An attempt to resolve one of South Africa's most divisive issues, unequal land ownership. A bill signed last month allows land considered to be in the public interest to be expropriated without compensation in some cases. But it's a step that's led US President Donald Trump to threaten to cut off all funding to the country.
The leadership is doing some terrible things, horrible things. So that's under investigation right now. We'll make a determination. And until such time as we find out what South Africa is
under
doing,
investigation.
they're taking away land, they're confiscating land.
The South African government responded swiftly, saying no land's been confiscated.
And this is what this law is about, to transform on a balance, on a just and equitable basis. And we look forward to engagement with our U.S. counterparts.
While the law makes it easier for the government to expropriate land, legal guidelines ensure the payment of fair market value and property owners can go to court. Some people are worried the new law will mean their land will be seized by the government. And the spat is playing out on social media platforms like X, where owner and US presidential advisor Elon Musk is accusing the South African government of racist policies.
See?
The minority white population owns 3/4 of farming land in South Africa, while black people, who make up 80% of the population, own 1/4.
The original land deal that gave 87% of the land to the whites and 13% to the majority was unjust and wrong, but that you find a way to compensate and to deal with the transition to and one way is to focus on public lands.
What'd you say, Doug?
No, I was just, it's like, man, now I'm not saying what they just showed wasn't a part of what's going on. It's just like every time over here, man, when we show Africa, man, they always find the dirtiest spots to show.
Yeah, I was thinking that same
they
thing.
They always find the worst place to show, man, and then just make it look like all of Africa like that, bro. That right there just aggravates me every time I see it, man. It's like, come on, man.
Yep. And Africa got some beautiful places, boy.
That's crazy.
Cities,
but,
countryside, and everything.
For real.
I ain't never been over there, but I know people that been there and shared stuff, seen stuff online. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw the racist comment there from Elon. You know what I'm saying? But once again, maybe I don't. Like I said, I don't know if that was the first thing that initiated everything. Something was going on for him to make that comment. So what was going on for him to make that comment? Why was he saying racist? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm America first. So man, get up out of there. Let them people do what they're gonna do over there. Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? If it's conflicting with foreign exchange, with the foreign trade that we got going, okay. But if it ain't dealing with no imports or anything that's dealing with American trade, hey, man, we got people that's taking land over here. So what we, hey, Elon, bro, you the richest man in the planet, bro. Go take care of that.
Hey, that's the moral of the story right there.
I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm MAGA too. You know what I'm saying? But hey, bro, you the richest man in the planet, dog. Go take care of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That
how I
should be
feel about
easy.
it. That's exactly what I was getting at. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's something we need to really have to involve with. Like you said, Elon got too much money for, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
For that to be even an issue over there. And to be bringing that over here.
For real.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, everybody tap in. Let us know what y'all think. Go out there and look into it some more, because it's a whole lot more out there. But you know, like Doug, I think Doug pretty much set the moral of the story, man. Gotta mind our business unless it's hurting our pockets.
Brothers come tap in. Brothers come tap in. Brothers come tap in, come tap in, come tap in. Bringing that substance straight to the public, no capping, no bluffing. Now run it up, buddy. Brothers come tap in, come tap in, come tap in.